Can you even believe this? Harry and Meghan, the so-called rebels who ditched the crown for Hollywood glamour, are now drowning in debt so deep they're about to get evicted from their fancy Montecito pad. And the guy pulling the plug? None other than Tyler Perry, the billionaire who basically handed them the keys to America. This isn't some gossip rag spinning tales. This is breaking news that's got everyone talking, and it's exposing the whole charade of their independent life. Strap in because we're diving into this mess, and trust me, it's uglier than you think. Let's lay it out straight. Tyler Perry's just slapped their $14 million Montecito mansion on the market. Why? Because apparently the Duke and Duchess of Debt can't cough up what they owe him. Reports are flying that Perry fronted a massive chunk for that place. We're talking millions to cover the shortfall when they swooped in back in 2020. At first, it sounded like a generous gesture from a powerhouse mogul to a couple on the run. But now, it's turned into a full-blown showdown. Perry's not mincing words. Insiders say he's fed up with excuses, and if that cash doesn't hit his account soon, he's ready to drag this into the spotlight of the courtroom. Imagine that, the man who was their lifeline now becoming their biggest nightmare. How did we get here? It's a tale of broken promises, faded deals, and a lifestyle that's way beyond what their bank balance can handle. Think about it. This didn't just explode out of nowhere. It started with all that hype about their fresh start. They bolt from the royals, land in the States, and Perry steps up like a knight in shining armor, offering his Beverly Hills spot as a hideout complete with top-tier security. Nice, right? But fast forward and that help morphs into cold hard cash to seal the Montecito deal. No formal paperwork screaming from the headlines, just a quiet agreement between friends. Perry, with his empire of studios and billions in the bank, probably figured he was investing in gratitude, not a headache. But oh, how the tables turn when the checks stop coming. Whispers from those in the know paint a picture of dodged messages, stalled payments, and a vibe that screams entitlement. You don't ghost a guys who loaned you a fortune unless you're playing with fire. And now that fire's about to burn down their dream home. And let's crank up the sarcasm here. These two preached financial independence like it was their gospel, remember? We're cutting ties, forging our own path. Yeah, right. If you're truly self-made, why beg for handouts from a tycoon? It's the height of hypocrisy, slamming the monarchy for being out of touch while quietly leaning on Perry's wallet to fund your olive groves and ocean views. Rhetorical question time. How independent are you really if your mansion's on borrowed time? It's like bragging about running a marathon while hitching a ride in a limo. And don't get me started on the irony. They trash the family firm and tell-all books and interviews, burning bridges left and right, but when the bills pile up, who's left to bail them out? Not a soul in Buckingham Palace, that's for sure. Speaking of contrasts, look at William and Catherine over there in the UK. They're grinding away with actual duties, charity work, public engagements, keeping the monarchy steady without all the drama. No multi-million-dollar loans hanging over their heads, no tabloid threats of foreclosure. William's focused on causes like mental health and the environment. Catherine's out there being a class act, raising kids who know the value of service. The monarchy? It's evolving, sure, but it's built on centuries of stability, not shaky Hollywood deals. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan, they're the villains in their own story, turning what could have been a graceful exit into a circus of complaints and cash grabs. It's like watching a bad sequel where the heroes become the ones everyone roots against. Public perceptions shifting fast. Folks are seeing through the gloss, realizing this freedom was just code for freeloading. Now, let's talk public reaction because you know it's blowing up. Social media's on fire with comments like, "About time someone called them out," or "Karma for all that royal bashing." Viewers from the US to the UK and Australia are chiming in, validating what we've all suspected, that behind the polished Netflix specials and podcast buzz, there's a financial fiasco brewing. Polls and forums are packed with people saying they've lost sympathy, especially after seeing how Perry, this self-made icon, got strung along. It's relatable, isn't it? We've all had that friend who borrows money and vanishes when paybacks due, but on this scale, it's infuriating. And the analogies write themselves. It's like renting a yacht on credit and then crying poor when the repo man shows up, or building a castle on sand only to watch the tide wash it away. Why should we buy their victim narrative when the evidence screams otherwise? Escalating this further, the criticism just piles on with their string of flops. That Spotify pact crashed and burned after barely any content, with execs publicly roasting them as under-deliverers. Netflix started hot with the docuseries, but follow-ups fizzled faster than a bad firework. Projects tanked, viewership dipped, and suddenly those promised millions aren't flowing like they thought. Add in the eye-watering costs, that mortgage, taxes eating 6 figures yearly, security details, staff salaries, PR machine to keep the image shiny, it's a black hole sucking in cash, and when the income dries up, guess what? Debts like Perry's get ignored. Sarcasm alert. Brilliant strategy, guys. Alienate your family, flop in business, and expect lenders to just forget. How's that for royal logic? But here's where it gets really juicy, the broader implications. This isn't just about one mansion, it's a crack in their whole empire of influence. If Perry pushes to court, we're talking full exposure. Financial docs, emails, assets, all laid bare. No more hiding behind privacy claims while spilling tea on everyone else. Their power play crumbles. The Sussex brand, once hot for its rebellion, now reeks of desperation. Relevance? Fading quicker than yesterday's headlines. Influence? What influence when Hollywood's whispering about unreliable partners? Compare that to the monarchy's enduring pull. William and Catherine command respect globally, driving real change without all the drama. This saga highlights how fragile their setup is. No institutional safety net, no quiet funds from the duchy. They torched those bridges with Spare and Oprah chats, leaving themselves isolated. Now, with Archewell reportedly hemorrhaging cash, expenses skyrocketing past millions, donations trickling in, staff jumping ship, even IRS scrutiny, it's a house of cards. One lender speaks out and the avalanche begins. Others might follow, turning private woes into public spectacle. And you are validating this every day. Comment sections are alive with Australians saying fair dinkum they've had their run, Brits nodding along with serves them right for the betrayal, and Americans loving the drama like a reality show gone wrong. It's unifying us in disbelief. How did they squander such a golden opportunity? Rhetorical again, is this the freedom they fought for, or just a fancy trap? Wrapping this up with a final rant because, honestly, it boils my blood. Harry and Meghan sold us this fairy tale of empowerment, but it's unraveling into a cautionary nightmare. They position themselves as modern heroes, but here they are potentially losing it all over unpaid favors. It's aggressive entitlement masked as progress, criticizing the system while exploiting connections. Perry didn't ask for this spotlight, he was the good guy until pushed too far. Now, the mansion isn't a symbol of success, it's a monument to missteps. Freedom? More like fool's gold. The clock's ticking, the market's open, and whether this ends in a fire sale or a hushed payoff, the damage is done. Their narrative is cracked, and no amount of spin can glue it back. If this fired you up like it did me, smash that like button if you're team reality check. Drop a comment below with your take. Are they done for, or is there a comeback? Subscribe for more unfiltered royal rants, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Cheers from across the pond. Let's keep the conversation going.